Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here with a timeless reading. Welcome. First two cards that we have out are Eight of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. I'm seeing you be in a little bit of a transition right now. You may be like fully moving over to something else at this point. Eight of Cups and Seven of Pentacles is feeling like whatever you had been putting your energy into before, it feels like you may have had two things going on. There could have been, two things that you were doing. One thing was like the newer thing that you were doing, or the thing that you feel is newer the right word. It's like the more relevant thing that you were doing. And it looks like there is a crossover that's happening, but you could have been doing both for a number of, you could have been doing both for some time, but now it feels like you're transitioning all the way over to this other thing. But I'm seeing at one point in time, both of these things were happening, because this doesn't feel like you stepping into something brand new. It feels like you fully stepping into something that you'd already been doing, or already been sort of giving your energy to. And you may feel like you can more fully sort of like commit to that, or be present to that, like that type of thing. More fully invest in that, because something else like wasn't working out for you, or it was like time to leave, like that type of thing, where it feels like you can fully sort of release that and let it go. Like you don't need to do anything there anymore, is what I'm seeing. So now I'm seeing you, it feels like there's a full sort of like crossing over, a full like immersion in this next cycle that you're stepping into, where it doesn't feel like you're in an in-between anymore. So that's sort of like the process of what's happening currently. Having Knight of Wands would show you being in a space where you could feel you could be feeling a sense of passion, you could be feeling a sense of excitement, you could be looking for a sense of excitement. Knight of Wands is the vibe of you like wanting to find things that you feel motivated by, like things that you feel attracted to, like that type of thing. Especially keeping in mind this idea of wanting to like create something with that. So Seven of Pentacles and Knight of Wands is like, I'm going to invest in things that feel like adventures to me, or things that feel interesting to me, or things that really light me up. And then the Empress is sort of what's going to be created because of that, whether this means like an energy within you that you're finding, inspiration that you're finding, your creativity, you want to make things, or you just feel like connected with the type of energy that you were trying to connect to. It's like all of those types of things. Empress is going to be like you getting to a point where you feel like you're sort of working on every level that you want to be working on. Like things are sort of spinning on every level that you want them to be spinning on, and then what's produced because of that. When I say produced, it can be like art that you're creating, the way that you're living your life. It can be words that you're speaking. It's really anything, because like you doing anything in life is creativity. It's like a creative process. And so it's all sort of going to be powered by this energy. So you could feel too like you had been doing something before where you were like, I don't think that this is really the thing for me anymore, and I'm going to fully invest in like that sense of excitement. And it feels like it may not be a particular thing yet that you're doing this with. It could be like anything that you feel like it can be, this energy can be applied to right now. Like it doesn't have to be a specific thing. This can be like a way that you're going about things right now, where you just want to do things that feel like just anything at all that feels interesting, where you can feel engaged. That's what this is feeling like. Things that will engage you. And then like the inspiration that comes because of that, and like the natural want to like do things because of that, because it gets things moving around. But you could have just some like last minute things that you're dealing with. Thinking about where things are going to go, what you're doing now, and where that's going to go because of what you're doing now. Okay. Some of you, I don't know if you've left this situation that you feel like is like no longer really relevant for you anymore. It's not resonating with you on a deeper level. So you could feel like that's sort of your cue to keep moving. Having Hermit here can be like you looking at this and recognizing that. Recognizing that you don't really feel like you're getting something from whatever this was or this is. So it feels like maybe coming to terms with that. And you could be thinking like, since I'm not going to be doing this anymore, or if I'm not going to be doing this anymore, like what am I going to be doing? Where is my energy going to be going? If I'm pulling it from that, I'm putting it somewhere else. I feel like you're recharging this part of yourself that like wants to engage but not overdoing it, having Knight of Wands and Four of Swords. So this can mean that you're not doing things where you feel like you're expending too much energy, but you're still engaging like a more playful part of yourself. But doing so in a way that's balanced. Okay. Eight of Cups and starting with Eight of Cups, ending with Eight of Swords. This can be you sort of getting a feeling about something that you can't really pull what you need from it from an internal level, like from an energetic or emotional level. You could feel like whatever this situation is, you may not be getting what you need from it. But having Eight of Swords can be like, it's difficult for me to admit that. I don't know what to do about that then. Like, what is that going to mean? Like all of the thoughts that would sort of be connected with your perception of this. At the same time, having Hermit and having Empress is you sort of like taking an assessment of this and figuring out what you want to do about it in a way that's going to feel, it's going to sit well with you. It's going to sit right with you. You could also be thinking like, what's it going to look like later down the line if I keep investing in this versus if I invest in something else. And there can also too be a part of you that may sort of immerse yourself in things and do a bunch of stuff and just like live in the moment. But having Four of Swords feels like taking a step back from that to really look at everything. So it feels like pulling back for a moment to actually get like a good view and to sit with yourself and what you want to do here. Having Empress and having Eight of Swords be connected with one another can feel like there's a part of you that sort of knows what to do and how to play things out, but then Eight of Swords can be getting stuck mentally, which could keep you from sort of doing these things. And it can also be this feeling too of like questioning your ability to sort of like manifest and create things as well. Maybe even the power that you have in this situation could be questioning that, or having some type of like thing that you're working out here. I'm seeing Ten of Cups though. Could be looking for some support. There was another reading that Ten of Cups and Three of Cups just came out with. There's a reading that's connected with celebrating a chapter change. I think it'll come out on the same day as this, but I saw Ten of Cups and Three of Cups in that reading too. And they came out together just like that. It was a totally different deck though. So you may find something like resonating for you if you feel interested, if you feel called. Having Ten of Cups and having Three of Cups is looking like something being very happy. This is generally seen as like a coming together type of energy, and it feels like it's going to be a mutually beneficial thing too. Like with this Three of Cups, how all of the all of the cups are sort of pouring into like each of them, where it feels like they're sharing and there's a sense of connection. And you see too how in this, because of the things that are pouring into the cup, it's now like overflowing. So it's sort of like a sense of emotional abundance, energetic abundance. And that being really like what you're connecting with and what you want to connect with, what you could be striving to connect with. Having us start off with 8 of Cups, if you look at this, all the cups are empty. So you could be starting in a spot right now. This is reminding me of the inside of a cocoa plant, now that I'm looking at it. The way that this is starting off, you could feel like something is empty, like it's run dry, essentially. And you could be in this sort of like revelation of that, like noticing that or accepting that or perceiving that or observing that, like that type of thing. And like, do I walk? Do I not walk? Like, what do I do about this? There could be like questions about what you want to do. But then I'm seeing like at the end of this, and you could feel like a bit in your head about this, like don't feel maybe like there's the most clear way to move forward through this, because it's still stuff that you're working through. Like, what do I really want to do here? Having the Empress is about really checking in with yourself and asking yourself what you want to do about this situation in a way that's really going to agree with your values. Because then you're going to feel empowered when you make the choice that you make, and you with the way that you move through this. Ending with 10 of Cups and 3 of Cups is this feeling of, I feel like that sense of my heart feeling full is restored. And again, this is going to be like the pole opposite, like the polar opposite of this, where it's like things run dry, and this is like an overflowing. So I'm seeing that's where you're moving towards. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Put your focus into like opportunity, into potential, into growth, things that you can water, and then stuff can become of it because of that, like those sorts of things. Maybe rather than focusing on what's going to be the opposite of that to you. So it can be like, well, I may not want to put my energy here anymore, but then where do I want to put it? So that may be something that ends up helping you sort of work this out. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.